We're playing the same game as our psychopathic collected elites. That's right, it's a long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day.
Well, you try to do something a little. Okay, there's sound coming here. Let me just get rid of this. Should have checked this. One second. Okay, where is it? Let me just turn off the sound. How's that? Tell me, are you? Is it? Do you have double now? Let me know if you got double, because I had double. I'm not sure. Morning, Johnny December, Bobby Freeman, South Jersey. I'm George too, Randy. Okay, well, I had double. I ruined that cute little kid's jingle cover. How great is that? I couldn't get the name of the kid. Not that he has a social handle or whatever, but I was gonna maybe get his dad's who sent it. It's funny. I mean, Wake Up Waverly, welcome, New York. Ryan McEachern. South Jersey, is it true? Did they close Atco? Terry Rooster, Abby Dowan. Brad Beckham. So, woke up at 3:30, checked the charts. Price had literally not moved. 29.9. Well, good morning, Paul Mack. So, sorry, I'm reading the comments as I am doing this. John Superfresh from Louisville, Kentucky, welcome. Jason Slater said, so weird. I only got a notification right now. Well, YouTube's weird. For such a amazing platform, really, for what it does a lot of things really crappy. Well, I can't say that now. The bots aren't around as much as they were, but is that an indication of where we are in sentiment? Are the bots really the major signal or indicator for how bullish we are? Because I remember coming off the bull run last time, bots were everywhere. I would spend, I have a small channel, and I would spend 20 minutes a day just deleting these bots, right? And now they're not there. I don't know if I've tightened up my keywords maybe, or who knows. But yeah, basically zero bots anymore. Remember those ones that would be like, yes, I appreciate your take, sir. But however, I make $5,000 a day following Johnny Kabutskiak's thread, and then there's 18 responses to it from all bots. Yeah, so let's take a look at some of these things. Quick story first. Yesterday I tried to do no coffee. It was the first time I tried to do no coffee in, God, who knows? 10 years maybe. No, there was a year I did no coffee for a year. But before that, who knows, my whole life. Jeez, it was a horrible fail. I don't know if you guys have tried this, but man, I was I did the video, although I find with what the difference between drinking coffee, not drinking coffee when I'm doing those videos is that you can't be present when you're being creative, so to speak. I know that's probably a contradiction, but for me, I have to be. Randy, I did get a headache, yes. Thank you. When I'm playing the piano or I'm making these videos, I can't be present. And what I mean by that is I can't be thinking. I have to be just completely flowing. And I found without the coffee, I was a little more present. It's a little second guessy, a little slow on the creative sprints. So usually when I'm making those videos, the only time I step in, me, who is the, I don't know, not the creative person, but like the general contractor watching the production, I'll step in when things are going too long, like when I'm going down a road and it's taking 15 seconds or something, and be like, no, get out of there, stop that. And that's when I come in. But with the coffee, that general contractor was like micromanaging the video, and it took longer than it should. And at that point I wasn't putting it together with the coffee. But even as a piano player, when I'm doing those live streams, I can't think about the song I'm playing, if that makes any sense. I have to be the bystander watching it, because as soon as I think about it, I will screw the song up. I'll start thinking about what are my fingers doing? What are these chords? Oh, this chord's coming. I can't think like that when you're playing. You have to be like transcend the song, so to speak. But this is going anyway. Listen, at the end of the day, it was an epic fail. So I couldn't wait to wake up this morning and start one. Yes, Burt Ross, coffee is a hella hard to quit, savage headaches. Well, I had a savage headache yesterday. And of course, when I get a savage headache, it's not from me not drinking coffee. It's like, oh, something systemic's wrong. Yes. And then guess what? I came home about 1 o'clock and I had a cup of coffee, and guess what? Hallelujah. I was right as rain. And is that not an indicator of a certain dependent/addiction on a stimulant, if I've ever heard one? Yes. So it's another beautiful day here on planet Earth, a day none of us were guaranteed. We're not guaranteed these days, but we're lucky enough to have them anyway. When I was a little younger, my dream was to be a movie trailer voiceover guy. And I practiced and I practiced because I was more fan of the trailers than the movie. I could care less. And like when people were late to movies, they'd be like, let's go. The trailer, I don't want to miss the trailers, because I loved the guy's voice. It was one guy who ran the show, kind of. His name was Guy Golden Throat something. He died. And I feel like when he died, we'll get to some crypto news, believe me. When he died, I feel like that was it. They just never hired another guy. And now all it is text. Instead of it going in a world, it would just go in a world with text. So just in my Forrest Gumpian life, as soon as I kind of got to the age where I could start maybe going down that path and becoming the movie trailer voice, I don't even know how I would have done that. They stopped doing it. And if you really watch trailers now that I said this, the next time you watch a trailer, you realize there's no voice, right? It's like a bygone throwback thing. Anyway, so although I did do some voiceover here and there for some companies in the city, but I didn't really like it because I would have to go into their studio and they had some guy who ran the board, right? I could just do it in like 5 minutes in my studio, but with them I'd do it in an hour because they didn't know how to run it, blah blah blah, trying to tweak. I have everything tweaked, etc. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. vows to back US dollar with Bitcoin if elected president. Now, I'm sure you guys all know this. It's kind of all over everywhere. Oppenheimer and the creator look like fire from the trailers. See, I can't read the entire thing because of that stupid heart. Anyway, thank you, Wake Up Waverly. Bobby Kennedy Jr. This is a huge thing, but God, I said this about a lot of people now. If anyone should be checking their brakes right now, it is Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Not only does he have a complete legacy of his family members getting assassinated for doing exactly what he's doing, disrupting the swamp, I mean, he's going where there's a lot of things that politicians can kind of push back against, but once they push back against the banks, that's a line where they go, okay, Bobby, we're going to have to go fix your brakes. And then, of course, God forbid something bad happens, because I really think that even though I don't believe in the illusion of democracy, when you hear him talk, the things, I feel like he speaks to this community more than anything. And I think everyone that's kind of in crypto and Bitcoin understand more about where the world and politics needs to go than any politician. Like all these psychopaths with millions and millions of dollars. It's just such a joke. Not to say I actually believe that everyone has to be a psychopath to kind of be in that position, because the decisions you make are horrendous. So it'll be interesting to see. There's another thing here. What do I have? What do you also say? Yeah, announces that he will remove capital gains tax on Bitcoin to USD conversions. No, that's a huge thing. Because how many people are swapping back and forth, right? Not thinking that it's a taxable event. And then imagine that little, like when the IRS, when they actually, if they actually get pretty crypto savvy, which eventually they probably will, they can just go back to all those records, all those swaps, bang, 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 a little eating them all up, right? So my take on all presidents is that when they get into office with their platform of things that they want to do, let's say he wants to do all those things. He gets into office and he's like, yeah, moving the coffee cup around and adjusting the photos, and he's like, yeah, okay, well, let's get started. And then someone goes, oh, well, I'd like you to meet Larry Fink. He's a advisor, so to speak. Oh, well, I don't need an advisor. Well, you're going to use this advisor. This is also the CEO of Pfizer. He's a advisor as well. So we're going to be, it's more of a think tank here. Well, I got my own ideas. This is Bobby Kennedy. I should try to work up a impression of Bobby Kennedy. He's got kind of that voice. He's like, well, I'm going to do what I want to do. Hey, we appreciate you wanting to do what you want to do, but here in the institution of the presidency, it's actually below your advisors, so to speak. I mean, go ahead and do everything that you would like to do, but run it by your advisors first, and then, we'll take it from there. I love the ideas, Bobby. Cute. Forward moving. I love it. It's great. However, we're going to, run with the advisors first, and then we'll get to your ideas. I feel that's in every position. So no matter what, I feel like my computer's going down. 1 second. Oh, well, whatever. These things that happen on the fly. Larry Fink dressed up like Bob's from Office Space. Yes, that's right. You need to click the heart to help the channel grow. Yes, I guess so. I guess that's like, it would make sense that the heart being there is in the right place, one might say. But what about the ETH whales? Yes. Dormant pre-mined Ethereum worth 116 million resurrects after 8 years. So is this a big surprise? Not really. I mean, will it make a dent? Like they put it to Kraken, right? So some guy, some whale, I suppose, bought it at 20 million in 2014, which is a crazy amount of money in 2014, $20 million worth of crypto. And I guess he just sat on it till now, and now he moved it to Kraken. So is he going to dump it? I don't know. It's worth 120 million now. That's crazy. But this is else. I mean, it can happen on Bitcoin as well. J Day, my first live. You look normal. Opposed to what? Did someone see Duke in the window? Little man in the man. Anyway, yeah. So it's not just Ethereum, but Viddy Boo Boos. This is why I got out of Ethereum. And if you love Ethereum, great. I don't think it's going away, but my hesitation towards Ethereum is that it's under the helm of one human, Viddy Boo Boos. And if something happens to Viddy Boo Boo, I've talked about this on Around the Blockchain, but I do believe that every man needs to have his heart broken and then course correct back to life, to understand how the heart works and what happens in those moments when you're crushed emotionally. And don't get me wrong, Viddy Boo Boo has his own aesthetic appeal, I suppose, if you like that kind of look. But I don't think, without being an ETH founder and billionaire, I don't think he'd be experiencing a lot of, it's the sexual energy that kind of drives every man to propel himself forward, to move mountains, to get strong, to be attracted, to be the best person. That sexual energy, the desire to procreate, the desire to be attractive to the opposite sex. It's a huge, huge thing. I believe that it's almost the reason why anyone does anything. So with Viddy Boo Boos, I fear that he's going to have his heart broken by some, kind of gold digging supermodel. They'll be like, I can maybe hang with Viddy Boo Boos for a while, and then he'll crush him. And then what happens when his heart's crushed? Well, he's not going to be the same Viddy Boo Boos anymore. He's going to be half them while his heart heals. And now what happens when the heart heals? You do some crazy things. Maybe maybe he doesn't care about Ethereum anymore, right? That happens a lot of times. You know what? My heart's broken. I was so in love with this chick, and now I don't care about anything about getting her back, right? I also think that can happen with Elon Musk. Even though, but judging by his kids, I don't think he has a big problem finding procreative mates. However, he's a little more attractive than Viddy Boo Boos, I'd have to say. So in light of him being the richest man in the world, I think he would have fared decently in the playing field with women and learned what he can and cannot do and how far he can get, blah, blah, blah. He's had like 9 kids or something like that, so he's okay. But that's the reason why I got out of it. That's the only reason I got out of Ethereum, is because I don't like the fact that one guy kind of is at the helm of it, because anything can happen. Same with the other ones like Chucky Ho and Cardano. He doesn't look like the type of guy that had a lot of experience with women. He probably spent more time playing Dungeons and Dragons with his buddies and on the computer. So when he gets to the real world and finds a woman that loves him and he loves her, and then she leaves because relationships fail, it's just what happens. Who knows what'll happen? I get less and less bullish on Cardano as time goes by. And now this is an unpopular opinion, but I generally get less bullish on most altcoins. Don't get me wrong, I have dusty bags of, the popular alts. They're all underwater. I think maybe some are just getting to like $0 or $1. And, my plan is just to dump them into Bitcoin anyway. But I feel as time moves on, I get a little less bullish on them. Bullish Stevie says, did you see Viddy Boo Boo's bulge though? Pretty sure he'll be all right. Yes, I have seen that. It was the talk of the town. So there's certain things that, women like, I suppose. Big bank accounts, big ambitions, and certain other things that are big. I suppose they might like. I'm not sure. So, who knows? Now, before we get Duke out here, I let Duke sleep. He made a big fort in his bed. We had a crazy night last night. You know, I like to go to bed at 8 o'clock to wake up to do the video. And if I don't hit that window, I end up staying up because I do the piano stream, and that takes me to 1 in the morning, right? So there's this little window between 8 and 10 where I kind of go to bed. Yesterday, I was downstairs playing the piano. Duke was up here playing the piano. And every now and then I'd stop because I'd hear something in the what the hell? The washing machine room, the laundry room. Jesus. And I'd be like, oh, that must be the cats are playing in the laundry room, which is...
You woke me up.
Hold on, I'm just telling the story of the chipmunk. Hi, buddy. And so, I guess I gave the story away. And I'd keep playing, and then I'd hear the rustle again. And then I'd go into the laundry room, and it'd be gone. And then we took a look at it, right? We knew something was in there. Between the dryer little hose and the little vent, something had gotten in the dryer vent and was stuck. So it kind of fell down. I don't like that type of thing. I don't like mouses. Do you?
I like chipmunks.
I like chipmunks too, but I don't necessarily want to, deal with a chipmunk. I wouldn't know what to do. So we waited until Duke's mom got home. She's a little more, courageous when it comes to critters. And so I said, there's something in this dryer vent or dryer hose. And we looked, and of course it's quiet. So then we went, had dinner. And then when I went to go to bed, I was like, there it is. So I went up, brought everyone down, and
Mama was literally worried it was a cat, but the cat's too big.
Yeah, of course, the cat's way too, especially Mingo. Maybe Fibonacci could squeeze his little psychopath head in there. So anyway, we undo the thing, and we take the hose out in the backyard, nothing. So meanwhile, when we're outside, there was a chipmunk in the dryer. And it got out and it started running. So it's free, right? The chipmunk's free. We're just basically going to chase it up the stairs and let it out. But who does it run into? The psychopath Fibonacci, just at the stairs, just guarding it. And so this poor chipmunk was almost spent a day in a dryer hose, finally gets out, runs up against the psychopath of all psychopath cats, the half Siamese Fibonacci. And so now Fibonacci's chasing the chipmunk around, and so is everyone. I'm not. I'm just standing in the corner hoping this goes away. And finally it just runs out. So anyway, that's our crazy story. Wasn't that insane, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay, well, can you
Wait, guys. Look at this. You have to weed it.
yeah, give or take 100. Give or take 100 million hat. Nice.
Ow.
Sorry, buddy. There's so many things that'll fall here, buddy. So can you sing the good people out here?
We're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected elites. That's right, it's a long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day. I won the banks, the boom, the spank, Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Goodbye, everyone.
Have a great day, everyone. See you tomorrow. Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video.